think I've grabbed all I can.
Und lade jetzt nach!
Sieh zu! Unterstützt Feuer! Das ist für meinen Bruder, du Mistkerl!
Los, vorrücken!
Alle!
Die Rückendeckung!
Rücke vor!
Ist er noch da? Was war meine letzte Position?
Los, sicherstellen!
I think trapping in this game is literally my favorite thing ever. I love placing traps. Oh, and then shooting balls too. That's also really satisfying. Just pop my head up for 2 seconds and
Hey,
then fucking
what's
slap
up? Long time no see. How are ya?
Let me grab my, open up the chat on my phone. I'm doing good, how are you? Oh, my phone's at 11%. That's awesome. Oh, my phone's at 11%. Hi, Andrew. It's been actually, yeah, it's been a very long time since I've seen you. How have you been?
Good.
Just place place another mine there. A bouncing Betty that was placed impossibly, by the way. Actually, they're probably not going to come in here now. Because I just did that. Jeez Louise, okay. Prime for a nut shot. Didn't get him. Darn it. Don't know how. I saw these guys, Funhouse, Adam Kovic specifically, do it. And I don't know how he did it. He was so freaking good
Some
at
things
it.
going great, other things not so great.
There we go. Hey, how's the lady search? If I'm not mistaken, you were the subscriber I talked to who was in the middle of a search for a lady companion. How's that going, if I'm not mistaken in my fans? I don't have that many, but I also have terrible memory, so... He's either above me or right outside the door. Let's find out. Maybe you weren't, Andrew. Maybe you weren't. There was a subscriber that I have or had, I don't know if they're still subscribed, who went on a date last time I talked to them. Met this girl. Pretty nice, but didn't really know. Didn't know how it ended. It went nice. It went well, but I don't know if they're still seeing each other or if it was just the spark died out or what. I don't know.
Well, I've met a couple, but kinda just friends.
You know, that's all you really need at some points in your life, because girlfriends complicate a lot of things. Girlfriends, wives, spouses, boyfriends, all that good stuff. A lot of complications. I mean, yeah, they're your partner, so it brings a lot of joy and happiness, but here we go. There we go. That's satisfying. Okay. No, there's pros and cons. But I'm glad to hear that you're still trying. I got a friend, just, I don't know, he's not a very motivated person. He'll try, you know, and the instant things go south a little bit, he just gives up. I saw him. Did he see me, though? I don't think he did. How far down is that? That's not too far to drop. I can probably just drop down there. I don't know who saw me, but someone did. But yeah, he just, the second that things go south, I don't know how he does it, but he keeps getting friend zoned. Humble brag, I know, I've never had that much trouble, but I'm not necessarily that attractive of a person. Physically attractive. Perhaps my personality is what's very attractive about me. I don't know. But what I learned in my time is that you just cannot give up. You can't stop trying just because you get turned down by a couple girls or guys, whatever a certain person is into. Boys, girls, anything in between. Anything other than that.
Guess I grabbed everything useful.
It's a journey. I'm kind of talking to myself now. Just rambling.
One of my neighbors said her friend thought I was cute and wanted to know if I was available, but I have no idea what she looks like.
I just got the strangest sense of deja vu. That was weird. I'd say go for it. I mean, try and meet her at least. What's the worst that could happen? You're not interested in her. Okay. Exfiltrate. And exfiltrate. What's that? Sound masker. Is there any other objectives? Oh, I've completed this place. Okay, that's 185. That's 280. That's a lot closer. Let's get going. Still some people around here. Do I have actually... Okay. I think I failed that one. Okay. Yeah, that's... Oh well.
Is that what I discussed with you? Sorry. I can't remember.
That... No, I that's not what you discussed with me. That was... I had a similar discussion with the guy I was talking about. His name's Steven. He, has a lot of problems with girls. Can you destroy this rope bridge? I wonder. Oh, those are metal rods. I had a very similar discussion with Steven about that once. Yeah. Of course he gave up. I love the guy. He's like my best friend, but he gives up too easy, you know? Like I just said, and I'll say it again. You can't give up. You gotta keep trying, otherwise you'll never get it. I'm not saying like get laid. I'm saying, you know, you'll never find somebody like that, you know? He's gonna crawl. Okay, I thought he was gonna crawl into the flowers and just lay there. I gotta try the challenges. I'm sure that there's something cool that I can do if I do challenges.
Yep.
I don't know, perhaps I'm just not as burned out as he is about these kind of things, you know? I mean, I can relate to the guy because he's been in a couple of, he's been in an abusive relationship, and I have too. I'm not in one anymore. Thank God. Sorry, I'm reaching for a charger. A charger for my phone because my phone is 9%. Okay. Well, since I know it's you talking, I'm gonna have my phone screen off. If someone else pops on, just let me know. If you're still here, of course. Which I don't expect you to stay, of course. I just appreciate the company. Oh, I have a new skill tree. I get hurt a lot, so I'm not exactly the best player at this game. I love stealth games.
Dinelli is jubilant with confirmation that Piero Capo has been neutralized. He's been as good as his word and offered his full support.
I thought you had blocked me for a while because I stopped getting notifications. I guess you weren't playing regularly.
Many in the resistance have as much reason to despise the Mafia as they do the fascists. Weaver's informant has contacted him again.
I'll talk in a second.
Major Hans Dorfman, one of Boehm's top men. His adjutant, no less. This time he says he has information he must deliver in person. Says he knows where Kessler is.
Anyways, so I don't know. It's probably the YouTube algorithm. I mean, yeah, I haven't been streaming as much lately because I've been working full time, and that takes up a lot of my free time, as well as making plans to move out eventually within the next 6 months. So that takes up a lot of time.
Denelli not trust me.
You are a friend now, Carl. Signor Dinelli just wants to make sure you're safe.
I nailed Piero Capricorn. I've done my part. You need to do yours. Help us. Help the partisans.
Perhaps information will convince you of our good intentions?
Try me.
Components from the dockyard. They were transported here.
Interesting. Why?
Who knows?
Oh, I bought myself a car.
Hiding something. We are friends now, huh?
Sure we are.
What kind of car did you buy, bud? I, about 4 or 5 months ago bought me a 99 Honda Accord. It's a beautiful car, I love it. A lot of people crap on Hondas because a lot of people who get into the racing community, like their entrance is through Hondas, because they're like cheap cars that you can mod.
It's a 2007 Dodge Caliber.
I'll look that car up right now. A lot of people, their introduction to racing is through Honda Accords, and they're easy into mods, so they get a bad rep. But Hondas are some of the most reliable cars. You said a 2007 Dodge Caliber. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That looks actually really freaking nice. I want to get a bigger car like that, but I don't have the money right now, and because I used to have a van, a 91 Plymouth Grand Voyager, like a basic old box van from the 90s.
I love Hondas, they are a reliable car.
Yeah, they are. They're Hondas and Subarus. They are, in my opinion, some of the most reliable cars you could find out there. I won't talk to anybody else. There we go. I've thought about, racing my car, but I also enjoy life too much to potentially risk it on accidents or getting caught racing. Because my insurance dropped from like $91 to like $85 in like 3 months, which is good. I plan in the next few years for it to drop down to about $75 a month.
LOL.
For only liability, because I trust myself with driving. Of course, when I start making more money and with different jobs and stuff like that, I'll boost up the full coverage. Or when I get an actual car that I would like to have for a very long time. I would like to have the Honda Accord for a long time, but I'm still young, It's got like 180,000 miles on it, which is not... Which is surprising, because typically Honda's transmissions are not that good, unfortunately. They tend to go out if you don't take good care of them. Most 99 Honda Accords go out at about 180,000 miles, so I'm concerned. I take good care of it. I keep checking the fluid and replacing it when necessary, but yeah, I take good care of it. Sorry, my phone keeps turning on because I need a new phone. My charging cable, my USB port has been faulty lately.
What type of work you doing now?
I'm still working security.
Oh.
This'll come in very useful.
I'm kind of thinking about starting to plot some ideas for YouTube videos and stuff like that with my spare time I have at my job. But I don't know. I'm not particularly a creative person.
Yeah, I gotta get oil change here soon.
Good luck with that, man. Oil changes are typically pretty simple, but with newer cars, they become more and more difficult. I tend to stick towards 90s to early 2000 cars because those are pretty simple and actually will still run. Because obviously, if you're buying like a '64 Chevy, like Impala or something, you're gonna have to do a lot of work on that, and the gas mileage on that is terrible. Oh, how did you not see me? I don't know how they saw that. They saw the person die, but they didn't see me. Okay, let's get a... Oh, shit.
Did you have to get tested to become a security guard?
No, because I have prior experience with security. I had about 6-7 months of experience with security before that. So they just kind of let me. They just did a drug test and stuff like that. Because they, 6 months of experience is pretty good. Did my... Okay, no, it didn't. I need to get out of this area because my mine, if it goes off, will kill me. Explosive radius in this game's a bit strange. How are you seeing me? Is there somebody right around this corner? I need to get out my, Okay. When the next sound mask happens, I'll take him out. Be any second now. Stand back up, buddy. I can't see your head clearly. Hopefully that was sound masked. It was.
My dad was a security guard, and to get his security diploma or whatever it was required he be tasered.
Yeah, I don't do that kind of security. I'm not that advanced of a security guard. I would like to be. To go through all that training and stuff like that. I'm basically just a glorified receptionist, unfortunately. I don't like that, but it pays. It pays good money, in my opinion. Goodbye.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Let's get him back upstairs so we can, hide him. Oh, suddenly I've spotted about 30 people. Don't know how, but I did. Ooh. Who saw me?
Cool.
kill this guy.
I'm still working at Arby's.
Hell yeah. I love Arby's. You know, there's something about Arby's actually, if you didn't know. They have the meats. He's getting close, really close to that guy's dead body. I may have to change the plans and shoot him right now. Any second now. That wipes everybody out over there. I love stealth games because I've played stealth games like my whole life, like Metal Gear Solid. That was I gotta mark that. That did not do what I think it did. I thought that'd blow up the fucking thing. But it didn't, and I alerted everybody.
We have a 2 through 5 happy hour on all sliders. They're only a 100 a piece. It's great.
That's actually pretty great. Well, I did a fuck up. One of my primary concerns about being a YouTuber is being original, because there's so many people out there that have amazing ideas, and I am not really one of them. I just like I prefer to be hanging out with people and just talking to them, because that's what I like. I like talking to people and hanging out. Of course, I watch, like I've said, Funhouse and all that good stuff. I watch those people all the time religiously. That's actually some of my favorite YouTube channels. But I don't have, like, you know, a team of 20 people working on things, so...
I get half off so I can get 2 for $1 with no limit.
That is awesome, actually. I gotta hide.
Du fantasiert.
Doohee. Shit. I got spotted. Apparently I didn't get spotted somehow. Shit. Stop searching. Butt mash. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of that whole no limit thing.
Do you have a new girlfriend?
No, I don't. I'm jealous of the whole no limit thing, because I used to work at Casey's, if you remember, way back then. And there was a $6.50.
Sorry, personal question.
A $4.50 or something. There was a $9 limit on what you could buy, but it was halved because we got it all half off. So we can only buy $4.50, I believe, worth of things a day. Of course, none of us followed that. We would buy fucking whole pizzas and get away with it. We'd just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the rules. I'm sorry, Mary. Yeah, I quit there a while ago. I'm working security now.
Haha.
It was sound masked, but I think I hit both of them. They know where the bullet came from because they got hit, obviously, but... Run.
How about that new Halo Infinite?
Haven't seen it. I did, however, just recently buy an Xbox One, so that's pretty exciting. I'll be Gunther, where did you go? I heard explosion.
How about Death Stranding?
I am so excited for Death Stranding because it's a Hideo Kojima game. And Hideo Kojima, if you did not know, made all the Metal Gear Solid games up to Metal Gear Survive, before Metal Gear Survive. And, Metal Gear Solid is my favorite video game series of all time.
Did you see the new demo?
It's a demo? Was it released? Like, can we play it?
Guess I grabbed everything useful.
Who sees me? Shit.
Oh, I know, haha.
I am excited to hear about that, actually. Let me, Is it a playable demo, or is it just like a demo video?
No, but it shows gameplay.
Okay, okay. Because if it was a playable demo, I would literally stop the stream right now to download it, and come back in like an hour and play it. Shit. Eat lead.
Me too.
Oh, shoot. That's an airstrike right there, buddy.
It looks a lot like MGS5 The Phantom Pain.
I don't know if you saw these YouTube videos, but there's a couple theories going around that Death Stranding is Metal Gear Solid 0. Because this guy drew so many parallels between Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding.
Gameplay seems similar.
I don't think it's Metal Gear Solid 0, but if it was, I would be... I don't know how I'd react, honestly. I don't know if I'd be happy or if I'd be pissed off at Konami for tricking us again, because they've done that before with Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Solid 5. He's got a fucking Panzerfaust. Get out. I had to. I had no choice. I got a mine. Oh. Fun time, Freddy. Oh God! I'm dead. I just punched him in the face and died. Uh-oh. I think I glitched the game. Yeah, I glitched the game. Game's glitched, guys. Game's glitched. Oh, no, it isn't. Never mind. I thought it was glitched. I was almost certain it was glitched. Look at my accuracy, 100%. Let's keep it going that way, buddies. Let's not miss a single shot. My next shot is going to miss. I'm just telling you that now. Didn't. I lied. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. It's a fucking good movie. Oh, he's coming up here. He's coming up here. I hear a half track. Is that a tank or a half? That's a freaking tank. That is not a half track, that's a tank. That's even worse. I missed. Oh, no, we're gonna keep it. He's got a Panzer. Somehow that didn't kill me. Yeah, that did though. I was killed.
Darf ihn nicht durchlassen.
What's that? Gotta cap them all. Kill one of each infantry type. With a reference to... Oh, shit.
Can't find anything else.
Hear that music?
On your back.
There's a guy behind me, yeah, I know. Thanks for the pointer, though. Can you hear me below you, buddy? Not a good idea for you to come down here, buddy. Hit him in the grenade. Well, there goes my 100%
No,
accuracy.
I told you about Death Stranding, but it didn't verbally repeat it back.
Let me grab my phone. Sometimes if you put too much in it, it doesn't repeat it back. Because use the F word. I have language hidden.
I wrote too much.
Your character carries a newborn baby around in like a liquid-filled see-through container. Also, you have like a fucking huge like backpack thing, computer-looking hard drive thingy on your back. Well, at the same time, there was also a person on my back. So...
Nothing else to find.
But if you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid, I would recommend looking up Death Stranding is MGS0, because even if it isn't true, it reveals a lot of lore that like maybe was overlooked, because it revealed a lot of stuff that I didn't even know about the Metal Gear Solid series. That was Morse code. I don't know what it said. I can't.
It looks like MGS6, T, be honest.
Oh, reinforcements. That was the Morse code. Okay, that makes some sense. So what some people are theorizing is that basically shit. Basically Death Stranding will tell the story of the boss. You know, from Metal Gear Solid 3, Naked Snake, also known as Big Boss, was trained by the boss. So it's theorized that Norman Reedus' character is the boss. But maybe it is
well. What do we have?
A clever way for
encryption and decryption.
Hideo Kojima, since he does not have the rights to Metal Gear Solid anymore, unfortunately, which is stupid. Maybe he's using these characters to tell the story that he could never tell.
The baby is strange mechanic because it acts like your health bar.
So it's theorized that that's the boss's child. Which, if you did not know, actually I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if you would prefer spoilers or not from the Metal Gear Solid series. I mean, it's stuff that's been known since Metal Gear Solid 3 and Peace Walker, but Peace Walker was not really a widely played game, so it was actually one of my favorite games. Probably like my second or third favorite Metal Gear Solid game. Maybe fourth. It'd probably go Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. A lot of people hate Metal Gear Solid 4, though.
anything else.
When you get hurt the baby Chris and you have to bring up Action K to comfort it.
How much do you know about the Metal Gear Solid lore? I'd like to think that I know a lot. But I know there's a lot that I also don't know. I'm not trying to be like, you know, have a dick-sizing contest of whose dick is bigger in the sense of who knows more about Metal Gear Solid. It's simply just a question of how much I should discuss with you. Because
you have to like calm the baby down by rocking back and forth at.
It's actually kind of cool.
I know a good amount.
Oh, bless me. So, anyways, it's theorized in
I'm a fan.
Death Stranding that which I'll refer to as Metal Gear Solid Zero. Even though I don't entirely believe that it's going to be Metal Gear Solid Zero. It's theorized that the baby is the baby that the boss had taken away from her in Metal Gear Solid 3, actually before Metal Gear Solid 3. Which was later revealed to be Ocelot, you know, Revolver Ocelot, Shellus Huska, Adam, the main antagonist of Metal Gear Solid. It's theorized that that's him, but it's of course, Death Stranding's telling of if it is Metal Gear Solid Zero is gonna be very abstract because you gotta teeter around certain things because you don't want to infringe on copyright.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But I mean, there's music references to, like, this is a stretch, but one of the cut songs from Metal Gear Solid 5, which is like actually my favorite song from Metal Gear Solid, it's called Nuclear, has a phrase that directly references something in Death Stranding as a line, deep inside the abandoned child. Deep inside, comma, the abandoned child. And it's theorized that that's referencing a cutscene from Death Stranding where it goes inside of Norman Reedus' mouth and there's an abandoned child. Deep inside the abandoned child. That's a stretch if you ask me, but...
Yeah, dope song.
There's a lot more concrete things. Like, somebody from it is the Sorrow from Metal Gear Solid 3. And the way that they're presented is nearly identical to the Sorrow from Metal Gear Solid 3. Like how he's presented, the way he comes in, the way he leaves. Like he floats in and there's thunder and lightning and rain everywhere. That's how the guy's presented in Death Stranding. He cries. That's another thing. There's just so much. That I can't remember because I'm focusing on this game too.
I know Death Stranding has reference to the Schwarzschild radius.
The what? The Schwarzschild radius? Why don't I know what you're talking about? Is that something I should know? Is it like a real world thing, or is that like a Metal Gear Solid thing? Because there's two very different schools of thought there. I don't know a lot about the real world. Okay, Google. What is the Schwarzschild radius? Okay, it's not fucking working. A black hole of a kind supposed to result from the complete gravitational collapse of an electrically neutral and non-rotating body having a physical singularity at the center to which infalling matter inevitably proceeds, and at which the curvature of space-time is infinite. Schwarzschild radius is the radius of a bound. Oh! Okay. Okay. Yeah. No wonder it sounded familiar. I did a lot of space study in high school. That's actually kind of cool.
Yep.
There's also a lot of references to, oddly enough, PT, the playable teaser that Hideo Kojima made of Silent Hills. Which was also referenced in Metal Gear Solid 5. That was not a grenade. That was actually a got him. Oh yeah, I gotta find... shit. Where is he looking? Oh, that's looking right at me. I deserve that. I was looking for a weak spot. Accuracy went from 100% to 54%, guys. Just want to point that out. 54% accuracy. That's a 46% drop from what I originally had. Ugh. But there were a lot of references to in Metal Gear Solid 5, the opening cutscenes and stuff like that. There were a lot of references to a lot of references to Moby Dick, and there's a lot of references to Moby Dick and Death Stranding too. Including a fucking giant whale. I'm dead.
I think Death Stranding is going to be about a computer becoming aware and it having to do with the universe, etc.
Which is a lot of what happens in Metal Gear Solid 2. Ha! Most strange. I'm dead. I don't know. I probably sound crazy, but I just really want Metal Gear Solid 2 to be Metal Gear Solid 0 to be Death Stranding, or the other way around.
Maybe being an antagonist, or maybe it's you. Good stuff.
There's also, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, is a movie that's referenced in Metal Gear Solid 3. And one of the defining characteristics about, Body Snatchers was, shit. And actually, Body Snatchers were referenced in, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, not Phantom Pain, but Ground Zeroes. Because you had to play as Raiden to get rid of them.
Who as the character?
I'll read your comments in a second. I'm trying not to die here. I can't quite understand over the cacophony of gunshots. But, Invasion of Body Snatchers. There was a reference to Body Snatchers in Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Basically, one of the defining characteristics about Body Snatchers in the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers was the fact that they can't effectively show emotion. So, like, they can act like they're crying, but no tears will fall. In one of the, scenes of Death Stranding, Norman Reedus is shown when he finds his kid, you know? That kid. I don't know if it's his kid, although it's referenced that it's alluded to that it's his kid because he has scars all over him. Basically, he cries, but no tears fall out. So it's theorized that maybe he's been body snatched. Which I don't know how that pertains to Metal Gear Solid because it's a reference to Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which was referenced in Metal Gear Solid, but never. Oh shit! No, it was a thing, but it was a non-canon mission. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of questions that are unanswered. I just so desperately want, you know. It. Okay, yeah. Let me read those comments that you posted. I think Death Stranding is going to be about a computer becoming aware and it having to deal with the universe, etc. Maybe an antagonist, or maybe it's you. Deep stuff as the character, you as the character. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But also, it's Hideo Kojima, and what do we really know about Hideo Kojima? There's another thing. In Metal Gear Solid 5, there was a giant red whale, if you remember. But in Death Stranding, there's a giant blue whale. So, who knows? Who knows? Really, seriously, who knows? Let me let me pull up the video for you, just to tell you the name of the video. Yeah, of course. It's my top search thing. It was Death Stranding is MGS0 Theory. It's a 3-part series. Each video is ranging from half an hour to like an hour and a half. But the start of part 1 is a lot of reaching. Like, it's not convincing at all. But then once you get about 10 minutes in, it suddenly starts making sense. But then you think back to when the Phantom Pain was announced, and it was apparently like Mobius Studios that was making it, and it was called the Phantom Pain. But if there were parts of the words cut out of the Phantom Pain of Ground Zeroes or Phantom Pain, I don't remember which one, either Ground Zeroes or Phantom Pain, there were parts of the letters cut out that if you superimpose the word Metal Gear Solid on top of it, the parts that were cut out would fit in perfectly with Metal Gear Solid, which is how they discovered, you know, this is Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. I'm wild. I'm I'm breaking up inside. A heart of broken glass. Defy. Deep inside the abandoned child. Fucking love that song. Wrong button. I often press the share button because games used to have select through the map, but now with PS4 it's the center button, you know, the touchpad button for the map. So I press the select button a lot for map. With in the air, tell a tale of a life that's gone. Desolation, devastation.
Stranding has to do with the computer acquiring and developing new bits and connections to build itself.
I'm so excited for Death Stranding in general. Whether it's Metal Gear Solid Zero or not, I'm excited for it because it's a Hideo Kojima game, and I love everything Hideo Kojima makes.
Nothing else to find.
Of course, I haven't played his older games, because I don't... There are only certain retro games that I like. Unsent letter from Dieter Portner. Dear Father Porau, I hope you do not mind me writing to you. It concerns the subject we discussed in confession when I was last in Berlin. This is not a German accent, by the way. As you can imagine, it plays heavily on my mind. Marduk was a bad man, not a good man. It's true, but he was also a major. And as you observed, I was not for us to punish him. Only the Lord can judge.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the name itself, Death Stranding.
Let me think. Let me think for a minute. Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid. So, well... a lot of it revolves around, so a lot of the theory revolves around it being Metal Gear Solid Zero, meaning it does not have Snake in it. It doesn't have, you know, it would theoretically have Ocelot, the baby, in it, but it doesn't have, like, a lot of the characters that we know that have been around for several games. It theoretically would have the boss, the Sorrow, and potentially the other members of the I can't remember the name. It was like the boss, the sorrow, the fury, the joy, the fear, and the pain, and the end. Those people. I can't remember what their squad name was. The Cobras? That sounds like a fucking G.I. Joe thing, but it might have been the Cobra unit. Apparently, allegedly, it revolves around them. And it takes place before every other Metal Gear Solid game. Hence the Metal Gear Solid Zero name. As we know from Metal Gear Solid 3 and Peace Walker, the boss went on to a mission while pregnant and gave birth in the middle of her mission. And then the baby was taken away from her by the Patriots. An all-knowing overlord organization that you could argue, actually, that did become AI in Metal Gear Solid 2. They all were turned into AIs, and was later discussed further in Metal Gear Solid 4. They were all AIs. None of them were alive anymore. So, I mean, that could be it. And I believe at some point she was stranded for death. But also, that could be a reference to the sorrow, because in Metal Gear Solid 3, when you almost die, and you have to walk through that lake, you're stranded there, and you're near death, so you're death stranded. I don't know. I'm fucking grasping at straws here, but Konami has pulled stunts like this before. Just never to this degree. They've never kicked out somebody and been like, okay, hey, we're not actually going to kick you out, so we want you to make Metal Gear Solid 0, but we want you to make it as a completely different game.
You need to check out the Death Stranding gameplay video and tell me what you think.
I will. I am excited for it. I am very excited for it. Because, like I said, anything Hideo Kojima makes is a masterpiece and very fucking hard to understand. I'm excited for when it comes out. I will probably buy it, like, probably not day one, because, when does it come out? I don't remember. Okay, Google. What is Death Stranding's release date? November 8th, 2019. Really? I expected it to be next year, dude. I need to get a glass of milk.
Does it release for Xbox and PS?
It says here PS4, but I'm certain they'll release for Xbox One. Just a little longer. What really fascinates me is the fact that it's Norman Reedus again. Because Norman Reedus was going to be the main character of Silent Hills. Like, that's absolutely gotta mean something. Like, why would he pick Norman Reedus twice? Once for Silent Hills, which eventually unfortunately got canceled, and then once for Death Stranding. Unless he was contractually obligated to be like, okay, you're gonna work on a game for Hideo Kojima. If that game gets canceled, you'll work on Hideo Kojima's next game. Unless that was the case, I don't understand why. What time is it? I gotta leave for D&D here in a bit. Yeah, I'm leaving for D&D here in about 45 minutes. But, I just don't understand why it's Norman Reedus again. Like, there's gotta be some connection there. Like,
Hideo must love The Walking Dead, LOL.
Norman Reedus has a great voice. I love Norman Reedus' voice. I just wish he was in something better than The Walking Dead. Because I like The Walking Dead, but I stopped watching it very soon after it came out because my favorite character died. It's the only guy that, like, ever actually made sense, and he was killed off, like... It was the old guy. He wore, like, a bucket hat. I always imagined him to be a fisher. He was killed in, like, the first or second season. After that, I was like, yeah, no. This is all gonna go downhill from here. I've seen episodes after that. Yeah, I have. It looks cool. It looks amazing.
I used to play Shadowrun.
But I just never really got back into it. I don't know, dude. I want another Metal Gear Solid game. I don't know what to say, man. Oh, shit. Let me, see if there's like a
Shadowrun is like D&D.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that I mentioned D&D. I was very confused at first about your mention of Shadowrun. I was like, what? I just side mentioned the whole D&D thing. My apologies. My mom updated her profile picture to another picture of her and my sister. I'm telling you, dude. My mom had some serious favoritism issues. I'm looking up a text file to just read off things.
Alright Trav, I gotta go buddy, I'll catch up with you later.
Okay, I'll still say it anyways in case you decide to come back and finish this stream. I don't know why, but I'll still announce it just for my own sake. Thanks for stopping by the way. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. I actually have got to get ready for it, unfortunately. So I actually have to charge my phone up. It's because I keep my D&D character on my phone because I lose the papers too often. I downloaded and actually paid for an app that helps me with that stuff. So I've got to get my phone charged up to at least 50%. It's at 11 right now. Thank you, Andrew, for tuning into my stream. I know that Random Chaos is going to be upset that she missed yet another stream, but unfortunately, Random Chaos is not a full-blown adult yet. That sounds weird when I say it like that, but she still has to go to school, so she misses out on my streams sometimes. Thank you to the people who watch my videos regularly. You are the lifeblood of this channel. I'll talk to y'all later.